Maloelele. People asked for a video about Exploragons and how can I use those in the classroom. So has the playtime and 3 levels of exploration to work on vocabulary, shape recognition, and playing. So first, before using Exploragons, be sure to give students time to play with the pieces and explore what they do. We want them to make silly shapes that move and bend, and how do they work, and do they how tiny can I make something? Can I make some is this what shape would we call this? And why? And what is this? And it moves. And they need to play with them, and you need to play with them too, to see what they do, how they interact, how they snap together. And then over the next 3 exercises or pages, and this handout is linked in the description of the video, are 3 levels of vocabulary exercises, suggestions to get you thinking about how to use these in the classroom. Feel free to use them as you are inspired. So level 1, and we're thinking about Bloom's taxonomy, we are just remembering and using vocabulary terms. So we give our students the Exploragon pieces and we say, make me a triangle. Here's a triangle. The important thing is not that they can just make the triangle, but how do they know it's a triangle? Well, a triangle means 3 angles. 1, 2, 3, because tri is 3 and angle 3. Or you could ask them when they create something else, how do they know that the angles are right angles? If they say it has right angles, how do they know they're right angles? If they think this is a right angle and a right triangle, how do you know? They might compare it to the corner of a piece of paper and say, see, it's a right angle. I think it's really close. I don't know if it's exact. Yeah, it looks really like a right angle to me. So, but the point is the discussion that they have, having them discuss and defend their creations with others, and maybe even comparing their creations and discussing what's similar and different. We're trying to get them to use the vocabulary. And I just wanted to show you, this is how I did supplementary angles with the protractor, and this is how I did 2 pairs of parallel lines, which could lead to that discussion of what are all the congruent angles when you've got parallel lines cut by transversals. So that's level 1, just create it for me. Level 2 is now creating a shape based on a description and then naming the shape. So ask them to create a figure with 3 straight lines. That's a triangle. And again, the point is of all of these is ask them to explain why they know their creation is correct. And it may be useful to put the description of the shape requested on the board or on a handout so students can see the vocabulary words and be able to use them more easily during the discussion. So how do you know? So it's got 3 straight sides. Show me your straight sides. Or if we want to talk about this maybe as a right triangle, how do you know it's a right triangle? Well, we take a look at that protractor measuring the angle, and it's 90 degrees, and a 90-degree angle is a right triangle. And then I think there's one on here, 4 sides and only 1 pair of parallel. How do you know that these are parallel? Have a discussion. It's the discussion that matters. And then level 3, which is a little harder, we want them to create a shape based on its name and some properties. This is more challenging. Some of them are impossible to create. And again, it's the explanation of why a creation cannot be made or why it satisfies the statement that matters. So create a shape which is, let's see, a parallelogram, but not a rhombus. Why is it a parallelogram and not a rhombus? That explanation matters. And an acute triangle, which is not isosceles. Why is it not isosceles? Why is it acute? It's the defending and justifying why this is a true answer is the important part of this activity. Okay? I hope this sparked some great ideas of how you can use Exploragons with your students to review geometric shapes and their properties. Have a great day. Bye.